Alrighty. This is from a week ago, but this is fascinating as well. 3,500-year-old residential complex dating shit discovered in Egypt with connections dating back to the Bible area. They believe it's the biblical land of Goshen. Uh, uh, they discovered an ancient settlement at Tel El Kua, situated within the Wadi Tumali, I don't know if I'm saying this right, region of Asmalia. The discovery was announced in late June 2026 by the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities in Egypt. It revealed a well-preserved site dating back to Egypt's second intermediate period. For decades, historians and researchers thought the corridor of the eastern Nile Delta is connection between the civilizations of Egypt and the Levant. The findings provide a rare view of daily life during a time of social and political transition, much like today. Wonder what they'll find, what's left of our civilization, a couple of thousand years from now. Anyway, uh, by revealing a network of residential buildings, industrial facilities, and burial grounds, it provided a new, fresh evidence of how ancient communities functioned on the outskirts of the empire, acting as a vital hub that connected Egypt with the growing cultures of Canaan. Much like the cities of today, the outskirts of them. Uh, anyway, no different than us, really. Yeah. So, uh, it painted a picture of a bustling, integrated community, which people did much more than simply survive. Like, yeah, they lived, uh, lived and died and done everything here, just like we do. Anywho, it's more than simply survive. Like, why even say that? Obviously, they uncovered a large residential complex measuring 30 by 60 meters, protected by mud brick walls, nearly a 1.5-meter thick. The team found a series of well-planned buildings, multiple halls and rooms in there. To the east, archaeologists found ovens and storage facilities, which proves that residents were engaged in both domestic cooking and larger-scale production. Obviously, uh, the Biblical Archaeology Society notes the layout of the site shows it was a complete settlement where people lived, worked, traded in a highly organized manner, much like today. Uh, anyway, is it really the biblical land of Goshen? Uh, it's particularly striking for those interested in historical geography. It explains that scholars have long associated the Wadi Tumali region with the land of Goshen, the fertile area described in the Bible, as the place where Joseph settled his family. It's famed for being suited to cattle and flocks, often referred as the best of the land. Uh, it's functioned as a commercial hub and it fits neatly into the historical context. It's located along a principal route, along the trade routes there that, it goes along with the story of Joseph and the early Israelites. Uh, like much of, like today, the trade routes here, here, you know what I'm saying, of our modern age. Uh, anyway, and the Hyksos were living there at that time. And they were once, they portrayed them, history portrayed them as, bloodthirsty murderers, and saying they were, they actually had integrated in with the society, and even adopted their customs and, added their own thing to it and everything anyway. And the burial grounds hold the most humanizing aspect of this discovery. It's found in the burial practices uncovered. Anyways, and large quantities of animal bones were found near the human remains, suggesting animals were part of the daily diet, as well as offerings made to honor the dead, or maybe it was their pets, uh, too. Uh, Anyway, how's it changed the view toward history? Here it's talking about uh the major turning point in Egyptian history from the second intermediate period to the New Kingdom, and the settlement had remained occupied until the middle of the 18th dynasty, when the native Egyptian pharaohs expelled the Hyksos. This occupation provides vital evidence of how the common people lived through these harsh political shifts, much like today. Uh, geez, by studying their all these artifacts, it's telling them how they live day to day. Uh, it doesn't matter if the residents were direct ancestors of the biblical Israelites or just simply their neighbors. The dust is giving a voice to a community that's been silent for over 3,000 years. Anyway, and this here is like, believe this is part of it as well. Layers of history. Egypt unearths 6,000-year cemetery spanning pre-dynastic to Ptolemaic eras. Uh, it confirms that the area had been settled during the Hyksos reign during the 15th dynasty, given its proximity to Avaris. Here is Avaris. There's, here it is. The land of Goshen there. That's where the site is right there. Anyway. Uh, and it says Egyptian archaeologists unearthed an ancient cemetery whose roots stretch back through Greco-Roman area to the pre-dynastic period. I may have done said this. The Egyptian Tourism and Antiquities Ministry announced earlier this month. What's this article? This from today. Anyway, let's see. I think it's might be a different site because there's so many. They're everywhere. Uh, anyway, the oldest finds at the site date back to the Lower Egyptian prehistoric cultures, Buto 1 and Buto 2. I don't know if I'm saying that right either. But anyway, in the first half of the fourth millennium BCE, in the cemetery, they found a group of tombs with simple oval pits carved in the sandy layer containing remains buried in various funerary positions, indicating the different burial rites of the time. And, probably different, like the Hyksos was there, that um, different the little customs they had. Uh, it's also characterized by the simplicity of their funerary furnishings, such as handmade pottery, vessels, and seashells. Even though the density of burials point to the area being heavily populated at the time. The second group of tombs, yeah, I think this is the same site, uh, dating to Egypt's second intermediate period, sorry, to the New Kingdom area, were also found at the site. Uh, damn it. Work. Shit. Sorry. Uh, here we go. It's an aerial photo of the ancient cemetery there. Come on. Wish I had a wireless mouse. Not like these on the laptops. The finds confirm that the area had been settled during the Hyksos reign during the 15th dynasty, given its proximity to Avaris. Uh, it served as the capital city at the time. Anyways, there, it said alongside the cemetery, they uncovered the remains of a residential area dating to the second intermediate period. That's this one here. Uh, anyway, uh, so they dug the dig found a group of walls commonly seen in Egyptian architecture between the Middle and New Kingdoms, as well as shit. Excavations yielding a collection of other artifacts, including pottery, vessels, stone, tools, and large quantities of fish, bird, and animal bones. And there was donkey burials there as well. So, the excavations are still ongoing. And here it says in the Wikipedia for this one here, for Tel El Ku, uh, the excavated areas were used at different times as a cemetery and a settlement. Uh, let's see. I lost my place. Oh, yeah, here it is. The site exhibits burial practices of non-Egyptian origin, including donkey burials attested at other Eastern Delta sites during the period. Its architecture is comparable to that of the nearby site of Tel El Muscata, however you say it, Muscata. Along with other sites. Yeah, that is a different sites. So yeah, anyway, uh, like I said, there's so many ancient sites. They're digging right now. Uh, anyway, it's hard to keep them straight here. Uh, anyway, uh, and there we go. And this is pretty interesting too. Ancient shark graveyard has been found in the Egyptian desert. I don't know if you've seen any of this before. I thought this was fascinating and wanted to share this stuff. And it's saying there's they're extinct, obviously. It was um the water once covered that part of the continent. Uh, anyway, there's some of the teeth they found there. It's highly nutrient rich area there. Too. Uh, so in that area there, so, right there. Uh, alrighty. It said the extensive phosphate deposits of it preserved not just the remains of the ancient sea, but clues to how productive its waters once were. All right. And in previous research, Yassine and his colleagues identified two shark species and a handful of teeth found in the fossil bed, an intriguing signal since a community capable of supporting multiple large predators requires a productive food web beneath them. So, as a really, uh, you know, uh, productive area there, uh, nutrient rich. Uh, when all you have is teeth of ancient sharks, it's usually the case because there's not much left there, you know, uh, other than their teeth. The differences are not always subtle, and some of them one of them they found was like needles. It says it's had small fang-like side projections. Others did not. Uh, Based on the fossil records around the world, they identified them as five extinct species. All new, all five are new records for Abu-Tartur. Two were entirely new for Egypt there, and one stood out as extraordinary, the one with the needle teeth. Uh, may represent the first unknown occurrence in Africa. The first known occurrence in Africa. In addition, it could be the most recent example of the fossil record, the researchers said. All other specimens are significantly older. However, uh, those identities paint a much interesting picture than a bunch of shards. Their teeth might suggest they may not have been directly competing, but occupying different ecological niches in a rich marine environment. So, anyway, that's just wow. That's fascinating. Uh, to read. I will read more on this as well. Anyway, and here is the PDF. Uh, mineralogical geochemical characteristics of that formation there. Anyways, um, y'all, look more into it if you want to there. I'll leave the links below. Uh, I'll see y'all on the next one. Take care, y'all.